Hello, everyone, and welcome to 100 Football Sports Talk Radio. I am your host, Logan Landers, and today I'm doing an NFL draft prospect video on Isaiah Spiller, the running back from Texas A&M by way of the Aggies. So he is going into the NFL draft. It's going to be a great time for the young man. But before I get started and talk about what I like about him, first, I have to say, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. We go live twice per week, Mondays and Wednesdays on Facebook and YouTube. We have an amazing podcast at 100 Football. You can find all of your great content for. We have amazing stuff on our Instagram, clips of all the videos, right? We have amazing history specials, legends interviews, draft prospects, recruiting specials, anything and everything football related. Honestly, we have over there. You can listen to, you can watch on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, anywhere you can connect on social media. You can find all of our amazing stuff. And like I said, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out, right, to Believe Podcast Network, who is helping us by partnering with Bet Online for the Super Bowl. That's right, the big game is finally here as we hit Super Sunday with the last game of the football season. As always, Bet Online has you covered from odds, scores, totals, player performance, props to where the next fired coach is going to land. Bet Online is the number one spot for all things NFL betting in 2022. And it's not just football. Bet Online's hockey, basketball, boxing, and UFC odds coverage is the best in the business. From sports right down to your favorite Vegas casino games, BetOnline is your number one online wagering destination. Head to the BetOnline app today or use your mobile device to sign up and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BELIEVE, that is BLEAV, to get you started. The fastest and easiest way to wager on all of your favorite sports and play your favorite games. Bet Online, where the game starts. Isaiah Spiller, the junior from Texas A&M, by way of Spring, Texas, 6'1", 215 is the height and weight. Good size on the young man. And what a career he's had at Texas A&M. Very consistent all throughout. His freshman year, right, his first season taking the field, 174 attempts rushing, 946 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns, and a 5.4 average carry. Also, the receiving game, he caught 29 passes for 203 yards, good for seven per catch. So, started off hot, right? Started off with a good momentum, and it only got better in 2020. 188 attempts rushing, 1,036 rushing yards over that 1,000-yard plateau, 5.5 average per rush, and 9 touchdowns. So, pretty consistent, just got a few more carries, a couple more yards, and just lacked in 1 touchdown, right? 10 touchdowns in 2019, 9 in 2020. And then this past season, right, 179 attempts, right, 1,011 yards, 5.6 average, and 6 touchdowns. So very consistent all throughout. You can't say he fell off anywhere because everything was consistent. So this is a receiving game, pretty identical. 2020, 20 catches, 193 yards, no touchdowns, 9.6 average. And then this past season, 25 catches, 189 yards, 7.6 average, and he got a touchdown on the air also. So this guy's able to score, right? He's able to put up a lot of points. He scored, he scored a lot of touchdowns, right? He scored a good bit. He got a good average. And his yardage is pretty identical, right, to everything. It's pretty much the same. And that's what you like to see is consistency, right? He's got good volume, good size, good frame for him. I think that he might be a little bit of a later round pick. We should maybe a day 2, day 3 type of back. But it's someone who you'd be drafting. He's very helpful. He is a solid back. He's done a lot of work. And I like what Isaiah Spiller has done at Texas A&M. They have a good program. And he has been a catalyst, right? He's been there. And he's not going to be a guy that's going to make you miss or anything. But he's able to get downhill, run through you, and just get yards, right? A 5.5 average is not that bad. It's very solid. He's got good speed, a 4.58 in the 40. So he's got pretty solid speed. And I think that maybe with a little bit of fine-tuning, right? He's got good size and athleticism. He'll be, as I said, I think he'll be a later round draft pick. But I think he's also got pedigree, right? His father, Fred Spiller, was a former Texas A&M tight end back in the day. So helped out, back in the 90s. And I think that with that pedigree, with what he's been able to do, and his consistency, I think he's going to get some good playing time in the NFL. Maybe not as a starter, but I think he will be somewhere as a formidable backup. We could see him in some possible packages. And there's a lot of teams who need a good, consistent back, maybe on third down, or maybe just to help get you a few yards. I think Isaiah Spiller is probably the right choice for a bunch of teams, honestly, who need a good backup running back. But before we keep going on about him, I just want to say, guys, what's more important than peace of mind? I'll tell you, it's nothing. And that is what NordVPN is here for, to give you peace of mind while you are online. And with all the threats that you face today on the internet, it's more important than ever to be sure that you have the best VPN you can get. NordVPN is the world's best VPN service, offering the fastest connectivity, most servers, and next-gen encryption to make sure that everything you do online stays secure. Plus, you can use NordVPN on all of your computers and devices, no matter the operating system. With NordVPN's unlimited bandwidth, you never have to worry about a slow connection either, and plans start at under $4 per month. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/believe or use the code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to get up to 70% off your NordVPN plan plus one additional month for free. It's also risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So my final thoughts about Isaiah Spiller. He is a very solid back, right? And he's got 3 1,000-yard scrimmage yards, right? Combining the running and the passing. He's got a lot of catch. He's got a good bit of catches. He's got a good bit of running yards, a couple of touchdowns. And he's been impressive ever since he stepped foot on Texas A&M's campus. So I think overall, if someone takes a chance on him, I think they're going to get a solid back in 2022. Like I said, maybe a day 2, day 3. But I definitely think he should get drafted. He's done good enough at Texas A&M. Ran for close to 3,000 yards in total and 25 total touchdowns. So, those are solid numbers in a tough conference. I think he's definitely earned the right to get drafted by a team. I think he'll probably go as a backup, especially in the later round picks. But who knows? Maybe if he sticks to it, right? If he keeps working on his craft, and maybe he might crack a starting position somewhere. But I do think that overall he's going to have a good career, and I can't wait to see where he gets drafted in the upcoming 2022 NFL draft, which is going to be held in about 2 months, right, in April. So we will see what is happening there. So if you've enjoyed this episode of the podcast, this video here today, like I said, we go live on Facebook and YouTube each and every single week. We got clips of all our shows on Instagram at 100 The Football, and our amazing podcast, thanks to the Believe Podcast Network. And also, just so you guys know, this show right now is being presented by Bet Online. So please go and check them out for all of your betting essential needs. Like I said, go check out the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcast. We have videos ranging anywhere from 10 minutes all the way up to an hour or an hour plus. Just depends on who we're talking to, what we're talking about. We have history specials, legends interviews, draft prospects, recruiting specials, history specials, anything and everything football related I can think of. We've covered on the show. We're going to cover it. And with, anywhere from 10 to 20 videos per week, there's always something for you to watch, to listen to over at our show. Like I said, check us out at 100 Football on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on the podcast. Just look for our logo right there on the 50-yard line for all of your amazing football content. Well, that is our last video for the week. This Isaiah Spiller, right, the running back from Texas A&M. Hope you guys have a tremendous weekend. We have the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday, February 13th. At the time we're recording, it's Wednesday, so a few more days left until we get to the Super Bowl. Go check out my video from early in the week on Monday, where I did my Super Bowl 56 preview, see who I picked to win between the Bengals and the Rams. It's going to be a great game, but most importantly, guys, stay safe out there. If you're going out to a party or just hang out with friends, be safe, be secure, and just be smart, right? So everyone be safe. Have a tremendous weekend, and we will talk to you live next week after the Super Bowl on Monday for some more amazing live football content. Have a great week, everyone. We'll talk to you again soon.